maybe it was an alligator. Doesn't matter. Instead of tick-tock, it was saying amnio. The entire word wouldn't fit the rhythm of tick-tock, and I was having nightmares about it. I had to get married fast so I could throw away my birth control pills. And Wyatt just sat there reading his damn report while I was stressed almost to the point of screaming. He wasn't even trying to cheer me up by telling me what was in the report so I'd have a better idea if I needed to read it later to get all the details. Not that he ever did. He was a positive hog when it came to police business, keeping it all to himself. I'm beginning to think it's never going to happen. We're never going to get married, I said glumly, tossing my pen onto the table. Without moving from his sprawled, relaxed position, he gave me a pointed look.
"If it's too much for you, I'll handle the details," he said.
If there was a faint sharpness to his tone, it was because he was becoming impatient with what seemed like an endless parade of delays and obstructions. He wanted to marry me. He didn't like the inconvenience of sleeping over at my condo, not to mention that he saw no reason why I should still be living there instead of with him, and he was ready for me to get on with all the girly stuff, which was how he regarded the details of the wedding, so he could get on with all the manly stuff.
"You'll be Blair Bloodsworth before the week is out."
Since it's Wednesday already, that's... I stopped, my brain literally frozen as his words sank in. No. No! I couldn't have overlooked something that glaring, that in your face. It simply wasn't possible, unless I'd been so crazed by lust I wasn't thinking straight. As excuses go, that works for me. Deciding how my oversight had happened, however, didn't make it go away. I grabbed the pen and scribbled down the offending words, then wrote them again just to make certain my synapses hadn't short-circuited. No such luck. Oh, no! I stared in horror at what I'd written, which, of course, really got Wyatt's attention, which, of course, was what I'd intended. Not that I plan these little episodes, but when the opportunity presents itself, I gave him a tragic look and pronounced, "I can't marry you." Wyatt Bloodsworth, police lieutenant, alpha male, all-around tough guy, and the man I adored, bent down and slowly beat his head against the table.
"Why me?"
he groaned. Thunk.
"Was it something I did in a past life?"
Thunk.
"How long do I have to pay?"
Thunk. You'd think he'd ask why I couldn't marry him, but no, he had to act like a smartass. Actually, I think he was trying to out-drama me, on the theory that the best way to fight fire was with fire. I couldn't decide which I resented more, the idea that he thought I was a drama queen, or that he thought he could out-drama me. The man doesn't exist who can. Never mind. Some roads I just shouldn't go down. I crossed my arms under my breasts and glared at him. It isn't my fault that crossing my arms lifted my breasts and pushed them together, nor is it my fault that Wyatt is a breast man, and an ass man, and a leg man, and any other woman part you want to name. So therefore, it isn't my fault that when he lifted his head to bang it again, his gaze sort of snagged on my cleavage, and he forgot what he'd been about to say. I had just taken a shower and was wearing only a robe and underpants, so it was also reasonable that the robe had done what robes do, which is sort of come untied, which meant I was also not at fault that more than just cleavage was showing. I'm always amazed at what a flash of nipple will do to a normally clear-thinking man. Praise the Lord. I also never fail to give thanks for that reality of life. Praise the Lord again. But Wyatt's made of stronger stuff than the average man, as he never fails to point out to me, usually while making the case that he was taking pity on said average man by marrying me himself, thereby taking me off the market. Somehow he's got the idea that I'm always trying to get the upper hand in our relationship, which shows you just how smart he is. Damn, I hate it when he's right. He eyed my nipple, his face taking on that ruthless